Hello, friends, and welcome to this most special edition of the Gaytheist Manifesto. This is our first ever Christmas special, and we decided to do something completely different than a usual episode. Every year since I started the show, I've wanted to do something different for Christmas, but I never ran across an idea that I thought was worth doing until now. I am proud to present to you our first ever work of narrative fiction, What Child is Cis? Before we get started, I want to send a shout out to our patrons. Like much of what we do, this would not have been possible without you. Especially thanks, once again, for sticking with us through Patreon making all of the changes they've made. We love and appreciate all of you. If you head to patreon.com/The Gaytheist Manifesto and make a donation to support the show and the activism we do, you'll probably end up on Santa's naughty list too. But you'll be on Ari and I's nice list, and that's what counts, right? All right, here we go. What child is cis?
Ho, 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 ho. Good morning, Charlie.
Hey, good morning, Santa.
Charlie, I've got kind of a big announcement to make. You know Santa is a pretty liberal guy. I accept people as they are. But last Christmas, I saw a few things when I was going from house to house that bothered me. I would show up with boys' toys at a house and find out the boys were all of a sudden being treated like girls. They had new girls' names and new girls' clothes and looked different and everything. And I don't know what the deal is here, but Santa's not going to put up with this. There were a few thousand houses I had to dispatch the secondary sleigh to get toys to these kids on time. It put Christmas at risk for all the other kids. So this year, Santa has decided he's not gonna put up with it. Any kid who comes out as quote-unquote transgender this year is simply going on the naughty list. End of story.
Wait, what?
I know, it seems like a drastic step, but I'm trying to think of what's best for the rest of the kids here. We can't have a few kids risking Christmas for the others. It's not just magic that makes Christmas work, it's also logistics, Charlie. We have limits, and I think we've reached them. I'm not gonna risk Christmas for the majority of kids because of this small minority. I'm sorry, I'm just not.
Santa, I just... Christmas is supposed to be for every kid.
Charlie, I know, but this is just too much. I've talked with some of the other department heads, and they've assured me that this is pushing the limits of our capabilities here. Sometimes you have to make hard decisions when you're in charge of something as big as Christmas, and this is one of those times.
Santa, I just don't know. I mean, those kids might still like the same toys. Like, toys don't even have to have a gender. Come on.
What do we target, Charlie? Come on. You've been my chief of staff for 6 seasons now. I need to be able to count on you. Christmas is only a week away. I need this out to the other department heads ASAP.
Yeah, Santa. Okay. I'll get it done tomorrow morning.
Good man, Charlie. I knew I could count on you, and hey, cheer up. It's almost Christmas.
Hey, sweetie, welcome home.
Hey, Belle. How's your day?
Honey, what's wrong? You sound really down.
Santa's doing something terrible, and I don't know what to do about it.
Oh my God, what's going on?
You know, in the human world, there are more and more people who are getting to be okay with the whole transgender thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, last Christmas, there was kind of a surge in kids coming out as trans, and it caused some issues with getting the right presents to the right houses, and Santa was kind of mad about it.
Oh God, what's he doing?
Belle, he's putting all the trans kids on the naughty list this year.
What?
Yeah, it's awful. I don't know what to do. I mean, I get that it causes more work for us, but, I mean, that's supposed to be what we do, right? We make it a magical time of year for all kids. So if we need to do some extra work to make that happen, shouldn't we just do it?
Sweetheart, does he know?
What? No, of course he doesn't know. I can't bring that stuff into work.
Oh, maybe it's time. Santa's all worked up about trans people. I bet he thinks he doesn't even know one. It's hard to be mean to someone when you know them, right? If Santa realized he had a trans elf working as a chief of staff, he might change his mind. People do that, you know. I read about it in human news all the time. People think they hate gay people until they realize their kids are gay or trans or whatever. I think Santa's a good guy at heart. He just needs someone to show him why he's wrong, and I bet he'll change his mind.
Gosh, you really think so?
Of course I do. I mean, people can always surprise you either way, but you never know until you try. This has been eating at you for years. I know you've been dealing with these feelings basically all your life. I mean, isn't it time anyway?
Maybe.
Listen, sweetie, this is all up to you. I want to make it clear that I'm not trying to pressure you or anything, but this has kind of gotten bigger than you now, I think. Coming out is totally up to you. But I think either way you need to stand up to Santa. I think if we're leaving out any kids, it hurts Christmas for all kids.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right about that. I mean, growing up, that's what I was always told. It's why I wanted to work in the head office with the big guy in the first place. Christmas is amazing. And one of the reasons it's amazing is because we do everything we can to get to every kid in the world. And frankly, if Santa's going to turn Christmas into something different, I'm not sure I want to be part of it anymore anyways. It's a risk, but I think I'm going to tell him tomorrow. 6 seasons I've been the chief of staff for Santa. If 6 seasons doesn't get me some pull with the guy, I don't know what will.
Well, you've got the night to think about it. You know I'll support you, whatever you decide, okay?
I know, Belle. I know.
I love you. Nellie.
God, what am I doing? Am I really about to come out the freaking Santa Claus? Like, really? Belle was right, though. This is bigger than me. Christmas is literally in danger. I might be able to save it. I have to do this.
Charlie, are you here? Santa can see you now, dollface. Head on in.
God, here I go.
Oh, Charlie, what are you doing here? Good morning.
Hey, Santa, thanks for penciling me in. I know you've got a lot going on.
I've always got time for my chief of staff, Charlie. But I know you've got some meetings this morning, too, about the new naughty list policy. So, what's up?
Yeah, Santa, that's actually why I wanted to talk to you.
Oh?
Santa, this is wrong.
Oh, Charlie.
No, please, hear me out.
Go on.
Santa, I've wanted to work in the big office with you my entire life. As far back as I can remember, Christmas has been my favorite thing in the world. I've made my entire life about making Christmas happen because I love making kids happy. It's pretty much my entire purpose in life. One of my favorite things about Christmas is that it's for everyone. The human world can be a pretty rough place sometimes, and Christmas is the one time where so many of them are focused on just making kids happy, and it's just magical to me. I don't know how much you pay attention to the news in the human world, but it's kind of not a friendly place for transgender people. And if word gets out that trans kids are going on the naughty list, I just think the whole thing goes against what Christmas is supposed to be. Some of those kids need that love and happiness more than anything in the world. I'll put in all the extra hours I need to make it happen, but I'm begging you, please reconsider this new policy. Please, Santa.
Oh, Charlie, I just can't. Call me old-fashioned, but I remember when boys were boys and girls were girls, and that was the end of it. We knew what toys to give everyone, and we never had to use this backup sleigh for anything other than emergencies. I'm not going to put Christmas at risk for the benefit of 1 or 2% of kids, Charlie.
Santa, I'm transgender.
What?
You heard me. I'm transgender.
Charlie, I think
I've known ever since I was a little kid. I didn't even know it was a thing until we got the internet and I started checking out stuff about the human world. I don't know if there's ever been an elf like me before. I guess there'd have to be, but I knew girl elves couldn't be anything other than secretaries or receptionists in the big office. And that's something we got to work on, by the way. So I never told anyone. I never wanted anything more in the world than to work with you in the big office. And now I'm here and I'm second in command and it's amazing. Christmas is the best thing in the world, but I feel like it's in danger now because of this new rule. And I was hoping that if I came out to you, you might realize that you've known one of these trans people all along. You've been working with one for 6 seasons now. We've put so many smiles on kids' faces together. I hate to think I might be putting that all in jeopardy now, but this is bigger than me. This is Christmas, Santa. We can't do this to these kids. We just can't. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have about trans stuff. If you need help understanding, I'm totally willing to do that. But we have to stop this, Santa. We have to. Christmas is too important.
Charlie, I don't know What to say? I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear any of that.
Okay. My name is Nellie, so please call me Nellie. And also, what? You're going to pretend you didn't hear any of that? Santa!
Listen, Charlie,
Santa!
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Ask me to leave? What do you mean?
We've had a good run together, Charlie, and I'm sad to see you go, but if this is going to be the way it is, I'm going to have to find someone else to be my chief of staff. I can't have this stuff invading the North Pole.
Invading? I've been here my whole life, Santa.
Charlie, I'm asking you to leave. Don't make me call security.
Santa!
I need a person in my office escorted out.
It's okay, Santa. I'll go.
He did what?
Yeah, he fired me. Said if this is going to be the way it is, he didn't even care that I came out to him.
God, babe, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I talked you into doing that.
Belle, no way. Stop that. This is not your fault. You are right. It was time, and it still is, and I'm not going to let this go.
What are you going to do?
He's got to have told the department heads what he's doing by now. I can't be the only one who thinks this is a terrible idea. Maybe if we can get enough people to stand up to him?
Who could that be this late?
Weird. I don't know.
Topper!
Hey, Charlie. Hey, Belle. We gotta talk.
Okay, well, come in. Sit down.
You want a candy cane or some hot chocolate?
No, I'm good, thanks. Listen, some major stuff is going down at the office. After you left earlier, Santa came out of his office on a rampage.
What?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. He's losing it. He tried to tell the other department heads about what he's trying to do, and, well, let's just say lines are forming. This could turn into a huge problem. What happened between you two earlier?
Well, I came out to Santa as trans. I'm transgender. I hate what he's doing, and I thought maybe if he realized he knew someone who was trans, it might change his mind. He might realize he was thinking about this all wrong.
Oh, so that's what it's all about.
What do you mean?
He kept saying something about being betrayed. We all thought he was just mad because you didn't like what he was doing.
Yeah, I came out to him to try to convince him he was wrong, and he fired me.
Wait, what?
Yeah, fired. After 6 amazing seasons, he just tossed me out.
That's not okay. That's so not okay.
I know, but I'm not sure what to do about it.
Charlie, I work at... Wait, so if you're trans, does that mean you go by a different name now?
Yeah, my name's Nellie.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I work at the garage. I can talk to Rudolph. You remember that whole thing, right?
Oh my god, yeah. That happened so long before my time, I'd almost forgot. Rudolph's gotta be on our side, right?
I'd be pretty surprised if he wasn't. You want to see if we can go see him now?
Yeah, let's do this.
Rudolph! Hey, Rudolph!
Hey, Topper, what's going on?
Listen, Rudolph, we gotta talk. There's some big stuff going down at the North Pole. Long story short, Santa's putting all the transgender kids on the naughty list this year.
Whoa, what? That's awful.
This is my friend Nellie.
Hey, Rudolph, good to meet you.
Wait, aren't you...
Santa's chief of staff, Charlie? Yeah, except I'm neither of those anymore. My name's Nellie now. I'm trans, too. I tried coming out to Santa, and he fired me.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not okay with any of this. What can we do?
Well, I've got an idea.
Controversy in the North Pole today as Santa announces a new policy for transgender kids. In a surprising move, he put all transgender kids on the naughty list. Battle lines are being drawn in the North Pole as elves are split on the wisdom of this new policy.
I just think Christmas isn't supposed to be about ideology, you know? We're supposed to be delivering presents. I don't think we should be making this political.
I think it's a great idea. Santa's taking a strong moral stand. Boys are boys and girls are girls, and we're just here to give them toys. It doesn't have to be any more complicated than that.
It's ridiculous. Christmas is supposed to be for all kids. Now we're deciding who we do and don't give presents to based on who they are instead of their behavior. This isn't the Christmas I know.
A press conference was held earlier today at Santa Square, the city center of the North Pole. The conference was called by Nellie, a former Santa Claus chief of staff. She alleges that Santa fired her when she came out as trans. Nellie is now leading the charge against Santa's new policy.
This cannot stand. Christmas should be a joyful and magical time for all children. If we start denying Christmas to some kids because of who they are, we might as well cancel Christmas altogether. I call on all fair-minded North Pole citizens to let Santa know that the North Pole will not stand for this kind of discrimination. We should love all human kids and seek to give them all a magical Christmas, regardless of who they are.
Nellie has a powerful ally in the North Pole. She was joined at this press conference by none other than Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, who has helped her organize the event.
It was many years ago that I, too, was excluded from Christmas. I couldn't play in the reindeer game. People laughed and called me names. It wasn't okay when it was done to me, and it's not okay that Santa did this to Nellie, and it's not okay that Santa's doing it to these kids. I call on Santa to reverse this shameful policy immediately and restore Christmas to what it was meant to be.
Not everyone in the North Pole was moved. Sherman of the organization Elves for Keeping Christmas Christmas was unimpressed by Rudolph's call for a more inclusive holiday.
You know, I'm tired of hearing this compared to Rudolph's struggle for inclusion. Rudolph was born the way he is. All right? Nobody ought to be treated different because of how they were born. Sure, if kids want to be special snowflakes, though, and decide they're going to be boys or girls when they weren't born that way, that's their business. We shouldn't be rearranging Christmas to cater to the whims of a small minority of people.
We reached out to Santa's office for comment and have not received a response by the time of broadcast. Christmas is only 2 days away, and many in the North Pole are waiting with bated breath to see where Santa goes on this one. I'm Thomas Elf, and this is North Pole News.
Hey, Nellie. Hey, Rudolph. Any word on what Santa's planning?
Nothing. There's been a word from the North Pole since our press conference.
Yeah, I guess he's still going forward with this whole thing.
So what are you going to do?
Rudolph and I have a plan. You're not going to like it, but this is something we have to do.
Okay.
We're going to hijack the sleigh and do Christmas ourselves.
Oh, my God.
We have to, Belle. This is something we have to do.
But what happens when you get back? Santa will kick you both out of the North Pole for good.
I don't care.
Me either. Christmas is too important. We can figure out next year when the time comes, but right now we have a duty to these kids to make Christmas happen.
Well, if you're sure.
We are sure.
We've spent some time talking it over. They changed my access codes after Santa fired me, but Santa really needs Rudolph, so he kept him around even after he came out in support of me. So before he leaves on Christmas night, we're going to create a diversion and then take off with the sleigh.
What about all the other reindeer?
I've got that taken care of. Everyone's on board. Daughter and Blitzen are kind of jerks, so it took some convincing, but they came around eventually. We're doing this.
Well, it sounds like you got it all figured out. If this is what you need to do, I'm behind you.
I love you, Belle.
I love you too, Nellie. It's getting late and I'm going to head off to bed. I'll leave you two to your planning.
Okay, so Santa always leaves to get some hot cocoa about 10 minutes.
Gosh, are we really doing this?
Don't tell me you're getting cold feet.
No, it's just this is such a huge deal. Like we're hiding inside a bag meant for presents, and holy crap, we're about to hijack Christmas.
Sometimes you gotta take big steps, you know? You gotta do what needs to be done.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Shh. He's coming this way.
This is weird. The sleigh won't start. This is really odd. This has never happened before. The magic energy that makes the sleigh fly just isn't there.
Oh my God. I think I know what's happening.
Hi, Carol, I need a mechanic over here right away. I gotta go find one.
What in the world is going on?
The magic that powers the sleigh is gone, Rudolph. It left because Santa's being mean to these kids.
Whoa, that's right. I never really questioned how it worked before, but that kind of makes sense.
That's what I've been trying to say all along. Christmas just can't work unless we're making it amazing for all the kids.
So what do we do?
I've got an idea. Santa's about to come back with a mechanic to try to figure this out. How much you want to bet if we go sit in the sleigh, the magic comes back?
It's worth a shot.
Then Santa will have to change his mind. He'll just have to.
Okay, let's do it.
Gosh, I've always imagined what it would be like to sit in the big chair.
Pretty awesome, isn't it? I've totally done that when Santa wasn't around.
Lucky.
Oh my God, look, the magic gauge, it's refilling. It's working.
See? I told you.
Charlie, Rudolph, what in the name of candy canes are you doing in my sleigh?
It's Nellie, you old jerk. And we're here to save Christmas.
I'm calling security.
Come over here and look at the magic gauge, Santa Claus. See anything interesting?
What? It's full again.
Yeah, it's full again. Remember when we were talking, you said it wasn't only magic that makes Christmas work, it's logistics too? I think you forgot about the magic part. The magic that makes Christmas work comes from the love we're supposed to share for all the kids in the human world. You lost it, Santa. You lost it big time.
Well, I didn't lose.
You're done, old man. You're done. You lost the magic.
I was just trying.
It's over, Santa. If you want to keep this up, the sleigh won't fly and no one gets Christmas. Is that what you want?
Of course not. I was just trying to...
Stop. It's time for you to step aside. If you want Christmas to happen at all, you need to call launch control, tell them to open the launch doors and let us out. We can talk more when we get back tomorrow.
My God. What have I done?
Now's not the time for self-pity, Santa. You did this. Let us go make Christmas happen.
Yeah. Okay. And Santa the radio. Santa to launch control. Santa to North Pole launch control. Please open sleigh launch doors and prepare for departure.
Launch control to Santa. Opening launch doors. You are clear for departure.
Rudolph, my friend, if you'd do me the honor of taking your lead position at the front of the sleigh, I'm ready to do this thing.
You got it.
Presents are loaded, magic gauge is full, reindeer are fed, schedule looks good, weather looks good. Let's go make this happen. Merry Christmas! Wow, holy crap. I can't believe we did it. We saved Christmas. The night's finally over and we're heading back. Can't wait to see the look on Santa's face when we get back. What's that? Huh. Everybody's gathered at the center of town. I better land this thing and see what's up. Hey, what's going on?
Nellie, you're a hero!
What?
Santa told everyone what you did. He said the sleigh wasn't working, then you showed up and it worked. He went on TV right after you left to tell everyone how wrong he was about the way he treated you and the way he handled this whole thing. Isn't he amazing?
Amazing? He almost destroyed Christmas. He's a last-minute change of heart, and now he's a hero again? What? I can't believe he's getting credit for this. He seriously almost destroyed Christmas, and now he's getting credit for this last-minute change of heart? Like everything's just okay? This is ridiculous. This is unbelievable. I'm going home. I'm gonna pack my stuff. I'm leaving.
Nellie?
Oh, hey there, friend.
Hey, Nellie.
Yeah, what's up, little friend?
Everyone used to think you were a boy, and now they know you're a girl, right?
It's a little more complicated than that, but yeah, that's pretty much the way it happened. Yeah, why?
Everyone thinks I'm a little girl, but I'm not. I don't think I'm a boy either. Can someone just be an elf? I just want to be an elf. Do you think I can do Christmas too?
Well, yeah, I think you can.
Can you help me do Christmas? I want to drive the sleigh and bring the toys to all the boys and girls and people.
Gosh, might be worth sticking around this place after all.
What Child Is Sis? Written and produced by me, Callie Wright, starring me, Ari Stillman, Marissa McCool, Noah Lugeons, Eli Bosnick, Thomas Smith, Jenica and Patrick Crail, Trav Mamone, Jeremiah Traeger, and Jamie Sivrais. Special thanks out to our dear friend Tony Collins for making the original art for the episode that you can see on all our social media and thegaytheistmanifesto.com. Also, a special shout out to our friend Jamie Sivrais for coming up with the brilliant title for this episode, and an ultra special mega huge shout out to my lovely fiance Celeste Dreyer for helping me nail down the story concept. All of the music in this episode is by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com, used under Creative Commons licensing. Links are in the show notes. If you want us to be able to do more of this stuff, please head over to patreon.com/thegaytheist manifesto and consider a donation to support the show. Every little bit really does help. Before we go, I want you to know that if you're lost, you're hurting, you're scared, if you feel like no one cares and no one understands, you need to know there's a community out here that loves you, cares for you, knows that you're capable of amazing things and that you are worthy of love. If you're struggling, please don't be afraid to reach out. Until next time, friends, this is the Gaytheist Manifesto.